Well, hello there folks, how are you? It's lovely to see you again and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. So today I made a lovely batch of these chocolate digestive biscuits. You know, I'm often asked by folk outside the UK, what are they and what do they taste like? So I'm just going to show you how easy these are and run you through the ingredients that I've got. But as usual, all of these ingredients will be in the show more box underneath the video. So I've got some baking powder and also some icing sugar, wholemeal flour or whole wheat flour, some ice cold butter from the fridge, some milk, and then a wee pinch of salt as well. These are super simple, yeah, and I just loved making these, so please do give them a go. So the first thing you want to do is combine your dry ingredients. So in my bowl there, I've got my wholemeal flour. To that, I'm going to add my icing sugar or confectioner's sugar, depending on what you're using. And then about a teaspoon of salt. If you don't want them overly salty, just pop half a teaspoon in. And then a teaspoon of baking powder. Just give those a wee stir around just to make sure they're nicely combined. To this, we're going to add the butter. This is ice cold butter, straight from the fridge, again salted, but you could use unsalted if you prefer. You just want to rub the butter into the flour until it resembles breadcrumbs, or as I like to call it, wet sand. So just keep going. This will probably take you about 4 or 5 minutes. You can do this in a food processor as well. I just like to do it with my hands. I love this part of making any kind of biscuits, but it's up to you. And once you get to this stage, you're ready to move on. So that just looks like wet sand to me. Now we need to bring this into a dough. So to do that, we're going to add some milk. So this is just whole milk, about 4 or 5 tablespoons or 60 ml. Just get in with your hands and then sort of pat it around and make sure the milk is absorbed, and then you can get straight in with your hands and sort of form it into a ball. Again, this will only take you a few seconds. Once you're at this stage, you're ready to move on. So just roll it into a ball, and it should be sticky but not sticking to your hands. And then pop that into the fridge for about 15 minutes just to firm up a good bit. And this is your classic digestive here. This is what we're going for. And to achieve that wee writing or the stamp on the back, I get one of these off of Amazon. It was only a couple of pounds, and I will use that again. You'll also need a wee toothpick or a fork or something to create the holes on the back, and then obviously a cookie cutter around the same size as your biscuit. So lightly flour your surface in preparation for rolling out your dough. Yeah, that's me. So like I said, your dough should be nice and soft but not sticking to your hands in any way. So pop that onto your surface and lightly flour your rolling pin as well. You want to roll your dough out to about a 1/4 inch thickness. So you want these not too thick, not too thin. About a 1/4 inch is ideal. So roll your dough out, and with your cookie cutter, you will get about 14 or 15 biscuits from your dough if you use the same size of cutter that I'm using here. And I will put the size of my cutter on the screen just now. So just keep going over your dough until you've chomped all your biscuits out. And you can re-roll this dough as many times as you need to, just to make sure you're getting the most biscuits from your dough. It's a very forgiving dough. And I was really happy with these. Look how uniform they look. They were exactly what I was hoping for. And I had to re-roll my dough. I only had to do this once to use up my remaining dough. The last thing I'm going to do is go over the back with my wee stamper here. It just says digestive on it. Again, you don't have to do this, but I'm just that wee bit extra. And because it was only a couple of pounds from Amazon, I thought, oh, why not? Then with a toothpick, just go over and make wee random holes, because you will find these holes on the back of your standard digestives. So pop these into the middle of your oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, gas mark 4 or 175C, just until they're starting to go sort of golden brown on the top. You don't want too much colour on these. These are exactly what you're looking for. And you can leave them like this and eat them like this. You can buy them like this, naked. But I'm going to pop mine into some chocolate just to turn them into chocolate digestives. But do let these cool for about half an hour, just until they get to room temperature. And then in a shallow dish, you just want to melt some milk chocolate. I just do mine in the microwave on 30-second bursts, just until it's melted and no more. Grab the sides of your biscuit, and on the underside, you want to give a good coating of that lovely chocolate. Turn them the right way up and let them set completely on a wire rack or an oven tray, just like this. Or if you're short of time, you can pop them into the fridge for about half an hour and they will be perfectly set. But don't they look fab? And I was really, really happy with these, and they tasted just like the ones that you get from the shop. There might be a wee bit more chocolate on these ones, but obviously that's not a problem. So do let me know if you're planning on giving those ones a go. Just before I leave you, I wanted to say, as usual, a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube, and for you all for watching and leaving your lovely comments. And for those that share the videos, you know, it's all very much appreciated. So I will catch up with you during the week for another Meals of the Week, shopping and bagging, or whatever else comes my way. But until I see you again, mind to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you off soon back here on What's for Tea. Bye now.